Hello everybody and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Last time we ended up with finishing very hard case. Everybody was against us and we were also accused for being the murderer. But we made it. We made the culprit confess. And now we have Turnabout Samurai. As our next case. Are you all ready? How are you all feeling? How you hope you are a wonderful day? I am in the middle because first of all I want to play, I have been playing the Rails from zero in my free time. I want to play that, but I also want to stream and just for heads up, this is 2-hour stream. You have disgraced me for that blah, blah, blah. The pale moon in the sky cries for blood. Now let's focus. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Oh. Oh. The warrior swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The dark messenger returns. And this is where we stopped. I refuse to go any further because I think it was a perfect place to stop. I say this is 2-hour stream, but let's say how long this case is. October 14, 5:31 p.m. Wright and Cola offices. That rocked. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa, stop waving the plume around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He is only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young, like how young? 10 years old. Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Phoenix, my dude. Excitement doesn't determine your age. Or the age doesn't determine your excitement. You can still be excited about something that was made for 10 years old if you are into it. Like Power Rangers. Everyone can enjoy it. Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See, I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then what's it with me? He's really cool and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, when they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was number 1. I really worry about kids these days. Cramps. That's fine. I wanted, when I think was a teenager, I wanted to be a game developer. Or make games. Technically that hasn't changed, but then sadly I don't have skills or patience of anything. And it is funny because I played Haley series and otot RPGs. Well, the Steel Samurai is over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright and Co. law officers. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It will be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bed. Hello, this is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested. Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah, on TV. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He screwed a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. It would have helped if Maya said the actor. October 16, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Co. Maya's here watching television. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kid show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. Neo-Old. So, if we translate that to Finnish, it's something like this. And normally if it's old, you know, then it's just this. But because it's old, you know, E, then it's with the W. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke. No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. Yes, Wright and Co. officers. What? Nick. It's the Steel Samurai. What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in the detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Well, what should we do? What shall we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does he want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just admit it. You don't want to have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. I was actually thinking that, you know, spear piercing the victim kind of similar of the one of the Sherlock Holmes stories. And the funny thing is, I think I have seen that story or read it because I have the collection books. And then I played the game and I got it wrong. Because I think I didn't realize it was the same case. Move. Detention center. Let's meet our client. October 16, detention center, visitors room. That guy has more hair, but that design really is similar to one of the gang leaders in Tales from Zero. Just saying. I'm sorry. But Maya, it's him in the flesh. Is that guy him? What do you mean that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. But he definitely did it. Murder at least once. Maybe twice. Okay. Case closed. Whoa. What are you saying? Yes. Something wrong? No. This is getting off to a great start. I am just thinking, Hugh Jackman. Yeah, Hugh Jackman. The Wolverine. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dream. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Doc, what happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for Antro. We went through a few action sequences at 10. For some reason, I don't know how to read that. I have said, for example, 10:00 for some reason. But that morning, there was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. I am just saying that, when it happened, if it's sharp, exactly the time. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly screwed with the samurai spear. The samurai spear. Yes, it's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon. The steel samurai. Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is. Nick, how could you say such thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Ashley, hello, how are you doing? And welcome to a new case. Yes, I am a little late today, sorry. Why I was late? Before I started streaming, I played a little bit of Trails from Zero. There was a dialogue, so that kind of stretched it out a little. My mistake. And then I have to eat before streaming. You know, something that I can actually stream. So nothing serious. The Steel Samurai is the best show on television. It is, I agree. And Vector Skunk, how are you doing? Who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of near old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. Just under My Little Pony Friendship Spectacular. Yes. Nothing is better show than that. I am just thinking, what would be my top animated show? Because the problem for me is that I change it almost weekly. For example, today it might be for example, Castlevania Nocturne, and then next week it might be the Avatar: The Last Airbender, and so on. It changes weekly. That's why I personally don't do the tier lists, because I actually change it all the time. If I put something, you know, the top spot, then immediately next day I am regretting it. Oh, I see. Near old Tokyo. Who comes up with these names? Mastermind of Rider. You find the 100 channels of Veno TV to be the best. And those all 100 channels, only thing they show is no 80 80 from the 100 Veno TV channels are just horny content. And then rest is children cartoons, political channels, thought-provoking channels, documentaries. And maybe 1 or 2 sci-fi channels. One for fiction and one for non-fiction. Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. Though he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios, I'll try your map. Wow, Nick, let's go. I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Yeah, each of channels are different kinds of action, as you recall, yes. This, you can see this is a real case because we didn't see the murder happen. So now this is a real thing. And by the way, this is where I kind of stopped. Or let's say I didn't finish this. So now everything is completely new to me. October 16, Global Studios main gate. Wow, so this is where they make the Steely Samurai show. Awesome, I'm too excited. Hey, you there, old bag. You want in? You gotta go through me. I feel like she is gonna change her voice every time. Sorry. Lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great, I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that cargos like you stay out. Cargos? Cargos, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident had come to snoop around youth today. Something that I can read that fast. Hippie clothes. Nick, will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know, it's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to youth today. The studios. So, what do you do here at the studios? At the Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... Oh, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. But wow. This place has a really goddamn hill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then too, he was. Hammer. The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's reduced to plain villains now, not exactly the best matter to work with. Hey. Let me say. Some of the best roles. Happy the villains. Okay, moving on. This is definitely America, not Japan, and Maya loves burgers, of course, and the most popular TV show is a Sentai Chief. I am just thinking Sentai. Unless they have transformations. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies, what's involved glue talents? That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was high spit chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer. We don't know of certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything, that's my job. Reason for suspicions. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers? Yes, I saw him. But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. His name is Jack Hammer. If that's not a porn name, you don't know what it is. How about Adam Smasher? Because he likes to smash. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply cashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Old I have heard of that. But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? Aha. She is the guilty. She is guilty. She killed Jack Hammer. Because she wanted him all to herself. There's nothing to see here, move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in. This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Your alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the secretary lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the secretary lady. She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the picnics at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you. She's got some nerve. Do you think you got right up on... Do you think you got write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course. Document proving Will Powers' request for an attorney. I just hope this will get me past that secretary lady. No. Let's move. Will Powers wouldn't be considered ugly in Hollywood, only manly. That he's not a girly boy is pure evidence this is Japan. Chest hair and muscles? Oh my god, he looks like Hugh Jackman. The only place he's not considered handsome is Japan. I had the same thought process that Hugh Jackman. We are representing the Wolverine. But then again, you have to also remember that this game is kind of satire of the whole process, justice system. So not taking that seriously, but you can still laugh at it. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize the bold childish scrawl. And you also have to remember that this lady is a Karen. You know, hating old people, licking up the authorities, or, you know, elite. And then everyone that doesn't fit her definition of handsome, good looking, or model citizen, let's just say, then they are delinquent and should be put to jail. How was the request given to the secretary? To thank you for the interest way to use of such ineligible appearance. See? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here toward the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside PAL were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Aha. Hey, Nick. Huh? Do you have a map in the secret guard station? Hey, not bad. They are 50 cents a piece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Guide map to Global Studios. The computer transfers to the security cameras. Hey, now that's in. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. outside Studio One. October 16, Studio One entrance. Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day? Talents are in their 30s and 40s. They can be older, believe me. Aren't you that murderer from the other day? Ah, it's that confused detective. Hey pal, you know Prosecutor Hedgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily at the window. So? Hey. If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I am sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey. What exactly are you two doing here? Well, we are on this case too, pal. Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say his character alright. Talk. So how is your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more intelligent with your questions. Right, so detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Time of death, 15th of 10th. At 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio One. Now the victim entered Studio One at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. The security lady. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer. Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Decisive evidence. What kind of evidence? Well, that photo. The photo of the speeding samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on that gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, here's evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. Why would they be using real speakers on a TV set? Oh, spears. Why I read that as speakers? Real spears. Maybe it wasn't... Good question. Maybe it's one of those that if you do what you are meant to do, you know, in an action scene, the spears are not dangerous if you know what you are doing, but you can still kill a person, even if it is not real, you know, replica. But you can still kill people with it if you actually try. I know my logic doesn't make sense, but it will make sense. I will make it make sense. And everybody who disagrees with me are guilty. They are actually the murderer. By the way, they say Steel Samurai went to the studio. They never say the actor. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Certain pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's a chance to check things out. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding the sun in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that tin? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong just then. The head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. I'm a little bust. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Hey, there's a camera here. There's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went there. There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. That must be the camera ID number. The entrance to the Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jackhammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Detective Kamsu, what's down the path to the left? It looks like a tree fell down over the path. Yeah, that way is kind of dangerous. So stay out, pal. Just nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now though. No, move. Nick, look. That secretary lady is in the card station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah. And they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ick! She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Kamsu. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo man? Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see. Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home. I do. Reason for suspicion. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now poor Hammer. He went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30. The only thing I see go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Paus himself. The security camera got a good look at him too. If he is not the one what did it, I don't know who is. If he is not the who did it, what did it, what? With the killer is Jack Black. He wore the Steel Samurai costume. It is important. Jack Black, yes, of course. Never trust the funny man. Maybe it was you. Hahaha, good one, Sunny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Someone who thinks that playing the villain is downgrade. Doesn't understand the media. They just see them as face value. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Employee area. October 16, Global Studios employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey look, there's Pause's dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can see inside. Oh. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool team snacks or something. Popcorn at least. Hey wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean, find? Never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon for crying out loud. Oh. It's light. Oh. The metal crate on the train here has been taken off. That's a pretty big train. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you won't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. Cough. Josh Brolin, cough, Heath Ledger. Yes, I actually mentioned Heath Ledger. There are many movies, even old movies, where, actors playing the villain are placed. So someone saying that it is a downgrade for when they play the villain. You should not be watching this kind of media. I am joking, of course, but there's a half-finished backdrop for stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably a new old Tokyo castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I'm done about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Not always. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That will have hit the spot. Just had a burger. Yeah. But I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? October 16, Global Studios, the lesson room. How was the lesson room? So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him take a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did a nap here yesterday. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you will already wearing one myself. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look, an employee card key. That must be Powers'. It's a Studio One. That's technique. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key for studio employees. Cards entry into Studio One. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh, this is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at the wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda. Yeah, there was nothing else here. Nothing to ask of her. The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Inside Studio One. October 16, Studio One. What is it? You're a little quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the still samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds illegal to me. The outlined where Jackhammer body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magician's head costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny. I expected spear stabbing would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. So it means he was killed elsewhere. The trespassing this would be inadmissible in court. No, it isn't. We are lawyers. We have the authority. Hey look, that's the chair that the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone. Before I continue, I am getting a glass of water. I have water. H2O. Ah. There's just this so much of hating that I am not surprised that in a couple of days my voice is completely gone. And look, a megaphone. I really love megaphone. Steady, Nick. Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Now that one. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh? What? We are so interested for all this entertainment. Well, lighting is fine, but I'd want to be the director or maybe the steal samurai. I think she's being serious. So she is one of those things that persons that they don't appreciate the things that goes behind the scene. Looks like a backdrop for stage. This must be used in the Still Samurai show. Of course. That's the mountain Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Still Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. You have to remember. Neo Old Tokyo. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey you, no touching that. Oh. I am sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We are lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, your WP's people? WP. Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on the staff that day, you see. Only assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for action sequences. Oh, I see. The security lady was there. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' treasure room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I won't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it is private. What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind... No. I'm sure you are fine. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. Clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day just afternoon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene and to go. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed it? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, that's... thanks. That helps us a lot. It helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. But she was also in the rehearsal. She wasn't at her post. October 16, Global Studios main gate. But you're still here. Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost. But I saw that suspicious look on your face. I want to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 PM, correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as I can be. But we have witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. Or had you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone been complaining about the work I do, eh? We're just talking to the assistant in studio one. Eh? She's not even a full-time employee. All you Janans are like that nowadays. The elders, about 4 something. He left. Well, Nick, this is a chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. The computer that runs studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Right. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. The camera turned on at 1 PM that day. That was when the secretary I have the gas station. Just look at the camera. It was 3:07. There, indeed. Hey, it printed data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Bill Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I can't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo's evidence. Something printed on the back. Huh? October 15, 2 PM, photo number 2. 2? Oh, the first one is probably when the hammer went in. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one in the computer. Powers' question mark photo attempted. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studio. Hey Nick, can we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that secretary lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why you could be the next evil magistrate? Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what he needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Yeah, like I thought. It was like they just saw the costume, not the actual person. So the costume can be used by anyone. And didn't the costume, by the way, look big? October 18, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, expert is here again. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. Moshi. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edwards, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Kamshu, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the card map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio scene. This here is... I am changing back to Chief Wickham. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of the action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate here. Past that are the studios. And there it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? I think I got the gist of it. I think I probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. This spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Joanna, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare their name? Oh no. Why aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dearly, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Oh, oh, oh boy. I feel bad for him. Your name, please. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag. That was actually her name. So just call me Captain. Objection. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to a good part, Terry. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. No, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, do you, eh? You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the gas station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was one when I got to the gas station. I was at the main gate from 10 until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Paul Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching Paul Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the gas station? Whippersnappers, I told you I locked the gate in that I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammers and rules, always. Never missed one in all my years. Well, I want to see still some around too. You could quit that being a spirit medium and take up a guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the gas station. I was at the main gate from 10 until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man over there, and he was heading to the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Go wax in your ears, Sonny. This is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of near Old Tokyo. Mr. Oldback. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. didn't your mama teach you any sense, Bosani? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. It is funny that even the prosecution is. What are you talking about? Like in the last two cases, the prosecution was always insisting that no, they are right. Witness has done nothing wrong. Stop complaining. But now prosecution is actually our side. Kind of. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this courtroom is accused of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old back, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the Powers in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. Cat. What? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone won't be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. The man in the photo. I'm not saying anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers slip and fall. He broke one of the props, it was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Snapper. I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. Mr. Wright, please for Allah's sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That moment of the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop. Said it, his own samurai spear. Samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a detail. I better write this down in the court record. Be mended with duct tape. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured. It doesn't look like he was dragging his foot. See, and you didn't trust me with Snappers. Really, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers. Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg. Here's a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers. There's got to be more to this. I'd better keep pressing her.
Hold it!
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Just a nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. Wright said clear contradiction. Well, she seemed pretty sure that was Powers in that photo. So I just press her and see if I can shake her conviction.
Hold it!
Who was present at the rendezvous? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the steel samurai. Then Bold Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around that such. So she didn't see the rendezvous then.
Hold it!
Trip and fall. Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the sea samurai, what a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I guessed it where it had. Let's just skip over that part, sorry. Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is, where is this steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We are looking though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. I saw you, Sir Your Honor. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught and Katrina could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, John. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Yes, there is. Second. It was the second photo. And then, wait a minute. The murder happened 2:30. Someone went in around 2. Why there is no photo anyone going back? The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be still someone who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The time of poor Hammer's death. Yes. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret pal, he taught me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. The only person I saw go to the only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite funny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. What about before you got to the gas station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate, so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure?
Objection!
The witness have answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sunny. You let them have it, Etsy boy? Etsy boy. Old windbags sure has balls, well, you know what I mean. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay, what do we have? fly ahead before. It was 2:30 p.m. Nobody suspicious looking. Should I just do a wild guess? And then she said, if they had, I won't have seen them.
Hold it! Objection!
The witnesses answered the question. Studio had to pass by the witness. Ooh.
Hold it!
Ooh.
Objection!
In that stämmer on det. Exakt how other evidence and statement just now related, they aren't they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusation. I think that won me any points with the judge. Okay.
Objection!
Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate of photo studios, correct? Yes, Sunny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And there I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the cut station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th, really, Sunny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. What's the matter with Snapper? The only person I saw that day was Phil Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to be. You mean? Can the witness explain to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Etsy boy, help! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper? Something the madam is all back? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes. I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day, after I finish my guide to this, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. This old bag. This is the first time I've heard of this. Well, of course, honey. I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. The other person. Every day after I finish my guide to this, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the secretary's computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. And these weren't suspicious how? They get information about the rehearsal from gosh knows where. They always hang around about. One was there that day.
Objection!
Wait a second, did you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there is a train that goes into the employee area. The crate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they're coming. They're coming through the train. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and? Kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably second or third grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate and they on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade. Oh yes, well we see he starts there every day. Can't stop them, can't catch them. A boy in second or third grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Powers. Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio, I was asleep, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken the ring. What? You should take better care of that stuff. Excuse me. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect, right? Nick, what are we going to do? First we play for more time. You'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial, Mr. Willpowers. Mr. Edwards, will you present the prosecution thoughts on this matter? The prosecution thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Willpowers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order? Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? We don't know where assistant was at that point. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. So you say the steel samurai in the picture is the later assistant? That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection!
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel somehow a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Bad feeling this time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Powers and poor Hammer were at the rendezvous. Oh, and me? What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Oh, that's right, yeah. The assistant knew nothing of Powers' injury. She should look the steel somehow look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the steel somehow walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I want. Nobody knows the trouble of the scene. Maybe move on, Mr. Wright. This fight isn't over yet. If you could, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So who was this person that committed the murder? Security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Ooh! There's still somehow still lacking his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene rendezvous. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. Well, let security lady Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have bravely left her post to steal the Still Samurai costume. Then slipped into Story 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble wearing the Still Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume... If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. Was she? Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edward bounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edwards, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Etsy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Let's further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldback's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Winback is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I laced. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? But that doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright. That boy's not the killer. But how can it be so, sir? Is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders there? Will pass the pass. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. Your proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Your Honor, the murderer was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, will the witness care to comment on this? The Winback, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Mr. Edwards, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldback, Your Honor. Then the prosecutions will look further into this Oldback before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off backing up the laundry. Me! I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop, bless it, stop. Ahem. Oh, great. Stop the blesses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Solberg, what is this all about? Have you committed something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it was an expert who told her not to talk? Well, testify. I actually like this case, because I think expert is also speechless most of the time. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with this, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you are going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. This old bag. This is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? And you'll be listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness... No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. My lips were sealed. You want me to keep quiet about something? There were some other people at studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the studio 2, Tyler. The studio 2? There was a studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but continue. They said they had nothing to do with it, you see. It's all back. This is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Wanted me to keep quiet about something. They're actually in the studio? Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came. I'll kill this one. Okay, I'm fine. I feel so soft. I feel sorry for Edward, almost. She really felt him handing out this one. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Them? Who were these people? Well, the director and producer for starters. I think this is... fine. Break. Jona, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court analyzes the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Really, it's nothing. Go in. Or should I say... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that still samurai costume? Could it really have been Aldwin back? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, Ellie. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pleasure of Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I reckon for sure. What is wrong with me today? I feel kinda sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusations. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks, guys. To be continued. I think that is a good place to stop for today, right? 2 hours. I apologize, these streams are short. I apologize for that. But I am actually thinking, these are kind of straining for my vocal cords. So for Thursdays and Fridays I am playing other game. Or I am deciding that I am playing other game. Little bit straining on my speaking. Even if I want to continue this tomorrow. But let's go to art. But yeah, I am trying to figure out what I play tomorrow. There are many games I want to play. But this was enough for today. And with Ace Attorney. this was enough for today. Then thinking, what should I play tomorrow? But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you lovely people in the chat. My name is Veno. This was Ace Attorney Trilogy Samurai Turnabout, and I will see you again next time. Same Veno channel. Good night.